Hello there, everybody out there in internet land. It is Super Saturday. Go out there and find something super, of which I have a suggestion. If my math is correct, as it often is not, but I think it's correct this time. This is Free Comic Book Day, so get out there to your local comic shop and check out the offerings. There are several I'm interested in. We'll see if one, they actually made it to my local comic shop down here, Asylum Comics in Marietta, Ohio. And two, if there's any left once I actually get there. We'll see. I got work to do before I can go gallivant off and get some comics. Speaking of which, I might be a little dusty. I had to carry up some furniture, which, like I said, is staining season, and the staining's finally done. So we got to bring it in, dust it off, and get the knobs on it, get it finished. And you also notice that I've got a fan on because it turned hot out of nowhere. Like it was like cold, 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 just sweltering, which is, it's the mid Ohio Valley. If you live here, you just kind of endure it. We only have two seasons. We have the blistering, humid winter, and we have the blistering, humid summer. So take your pick. But I am glad that some media outlets and identification and definitions out there finally catch on the fact that this is not, in fact, a temperate area. It is subtropical. If you live here, you know. If you know, you know. But anyway, it is Super Saturday, so I thought I'd talk about something fun, something enjoyable, and ignore all the drama that's going on, like Star Wars Theory. What are you doing? Anyway, the other day at Walmart, I picked myself up quite a deal. Got to show off the new toy. Now, this has been a couple weeks, so hopefully there's still some left, but got ourselves. Yes, that's right. Let me get the glare out of the way there. Battlestar Galactica, 1978. This is the complete series. Oh, although I don't think it has Galactica Night 80 or 1980. I haven't got through the whole thing yet. I got through the pilot, and I, but just a quick burying the lead kind of review. My goodness, this show was a lot better than I remembered. I was a tiny little kid when I was catching I mean, obviously it was airing when I was alive, sure, but I was tiny little thing. I was mainly watching it, growing up on reruns on the satellite dish and such. And I had fuzzy memories, and recently I started watching clips on YouTube about space battles, and I was like, man, these are really well done. I mean, admittedly, they reuse some shots here and there, but it's still just like they incorporate a lot of interesting nuance in the dogfights where I mean, whoever was behind the planning and execution of these battles, and I couldn't find out who. So if you know who, make sure you mark in the comments down there. I'd love to hear who did this. Maybe they did something else because the fight scenes are very like you've got static platform weapons platforms, like our analogy would be aircraft carriers and such, where they've got the Galactica and they got the Cylon base ships, and they just swarm each other with fighters and do as much damage as they can. And it was even more enjoyable in that typically, like, you things with your Star Wars and such, where you got your space battles, it's typically the good guys, their equipment sucks and they're flying on a wing and a prayer, and it's a desperate battle and that kind of thing. Where this is just like, well, no, they fully come out and say a battle star is capable of taking out just wreaking all kinds of havoc. It was a terrifying engine of destruction. Obviously outnumbered and whittled down by fighters, the Cylons could take one, but you know, I got the impression in watching the clips and such that a 1v1 against a Cylon base ship and a Battlestar wasn't a fight. And I think we see that later on with where the Pegasus shows up and starts kicking butt everywhere. I can't wait to get to that. But anyway, yeah. I rewatched it. I started getting through the first episode, the big pilot, and I was just like, man, this is way better than I remembered. I haven't watched it, oh Lord, 40 years more. It's been a while. This show's from back in my deep childhood. But like I said, I saw it at Walmart and was just like, oh man, oh man. It was only 20 bucks. I was just like, oh, you can't pass up the entire series for 20 bucks. Oh. So I got that, pretty tickled about it. Here's some facts if y'all are curious. It aired on ABC. You remember when things only aired on like certain networks? Oh man, it was back in the day. Like that joke in X-Men: Days of Future Past. You set it up to record all three networks and PBS. That takes me back. But it aired from September 17th, 1978 to April 29th, 1979. Created by Glenn Larson, you may recognize his name. He brought us numerous other shows. Some of my favorites, we had Buck Rogers, we had Fall Guy, we had Magnum PI, and a little show y'all might have heard of called Knight Rider. I still need to get me a little toy kit. I've got the Batman car from the Batman series from back in the '60s. I replaced that. I lost that in the move, so I replaced that, and I need to get me a Knight Rider, a kit. But anyway, high production costs and alleged declining ratings led to the show getting the axe after 24 episodes, and we were all the poorer for it. However, it's worth noting, I made a comment about the declining ratings. The declining ratings were because ABC kept moving the show's time slot around in an effort to promote Mork and Mindy, which I did not care for. It was okay. I didn't like it. And obviously it was competing for Battlestar Galactica, so there's no choice in my mind. I was just like, I mean, Robin Williams, you're great and all, but Lauren Green as the Dama, Battlestar, Fighters, Cylons. Oh yeah. There's no choice there. But ABC, like I said, ABC was convinced Robin Williams' Alien was more interesting than a ragtag fleet of survivors desperately searching for home. Whatever. And they tried to revive it with Galactic in 1980, but that only lasted a few months, 10 episodes. Um, but the Galactica, now, I never owned any of the toys, and I have not researched if you can actually get the toys because I would love to have a Colonial Viper, the Cylon fighters, a Battlestar. Oh man, a Battlestar would be sweet. Obviously, Star Wars is my first love, but Galactica, you know, especially now finding out it's actually a lot better than I remember. But the show had some legal troubles, y'all might recall. Uh, First, it was 20th Century Fox who produced Star Wars, and then later George Lucas himself kept threatening legal action against the show for a variety of reasons. Most were hogwash. That they basically boiled down to Galactica was in competition with Star Wars, which competition is competition. I don't like it when somebody resorts to legal to try to win a competition. It's like, it's let the best show win. And I mean, Star Wars, obviously. I mean, we're not here to argue the quality difference between Star Wars and Galactica. So, I mean, Galactica never had a chance with all the competition raised against it. So it's just kind of like, well, it felt slimy, but whatever. And also the tone of Star Wars and Galactica has always been to me very different. Star Wars more being the space opera and familial saga, that kind of stuff, where Galactica was way more militaristic, military centric, and but at the same time flirting with these extremely high-minded peace ideals that you could only get out of the 70s. Just watch the show. It's just kind of like, oh God, I remember that. Remember that mindset. But I feel like the nail in the coffin though was when the 4-year-old he shot a Cylon Raider's pellet down his throat on Christmas in '78, and then poor kid died a few years later on New Year's Eve from asphyxiation. Oh, that was awful. That was awful. So. But that was one reason we weren't allowed to have more missiles and such on our action figures and growing up in the '80s. So if you're curious, there you go. But yeah. But yeah, this was just a real quick video to put the shout out for Galactica on this Super Saturday because I wanted to talk about something super and awesome. Deal with the drama later. Oh, goodness, I'm just up to hit stuff. Oh, man. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you put a smile on your face. If you do, give me a smash on that like button. YouTube loves it when you do that. If you like what you see, me covering all these Gen X topics and just about anything cool and awesome, you got the subscribe button to follow my little journey here on YouTube land, and the bell lets you know when I upload videos, which is often. In fact, we got Solo Play Sunday coming tomorrow. Our first girthy, real adventure episode with our droid crew and their struggles to survive in an ever growing dark galactic empire kind of area. So, but yeah, hopefully that'll be of interest to you and you have a look see. That'll be uploaded tomorrow. I'll just be waiting for you. And like I said, if you subscribe and get the bell, it'll let you know when it pops up. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, and thank you again, everybody who's clicked on and viewed everything. Whew, I got a video out there with over 500 views. My goodness, thank you all. You all been awesome, making me feel all welcome on this YouTube thing. So, but anyway, that's enough rambling out of me. I hope you all have a great day. Get out there, free comic book day. Go to your local comic book shop and check things out. And I hope you have a great day. Have a good one.